If you're into crypto, you absolutely know the feeling, right? You're trying to build a smart portfolio, but you're also constantly hunting for the best price every time you want to swap. It's a real balancing act. Well, today, we're going to dig into how StonFi is tackling both of these massive DeFi headaches, trying to create one single, easy home for everything you own. All right, first things first, let's talk about diversification. It's a word that gets thrown around constantly, but in the crypto space, it can be a total illusion. You might feel safe holding a bunch of different tokens, but are you really? So let me ask you straight up. You open your wallet, you see 10, maybe 20 different coins, and you're thinking, hey, I'm spread out, I'm safe. But what happens when the whole market just decides to take a nosedive one Tuesday morning? Yeah, this slide just lays it out perfectly. On the left, that's what a lot of us think of as a diversified crypto portfolio. Lots of different tickers, sure, but they're all basically dancing to the same beat. When crypto sentiment turns sour, they pretty much all go down together. Now, true diversification, what you see on the right, means holding assets that don't always move in the same direction. So the big takeaway is this. If everything in your portfolio can crash for the exact same reason, you're not diversified, period. So what's the fix? How do you solve this without, packing up and leaving the crypto world we all find so exciting? Well, this is where TON DeFi comes in with its first really big idea, a way to bring the real-world economy right into your on-chain wallet.
Say hello to X stocks. So, what are they? They're basically tokenized versions of real-world stocks and ETFs. Think Apple stock or an S&P 500 fund, but they live as tokens on the TON blockchain, right inside your wallet, and they're backed by the real thing. The crucial difference here is that their price tracks traditional markets, not just the crypto narrative. It gives your portfolio a much-needed anchor outside of all the crypto volatility.
And here's a really simple way to picture how this works. Think of your portfolio in 3 buckets. Bucket number 1 has your crypto-native tokens. That's your moonshot, your growth engine. Bucket 3 has your stablecoins and liquid assets. That's your safety net. And that bucket right in the middle, that's where X stocks sit. They're the bridge, connecting you to the real economy and helping to smooth out those wild crypto swings. And this is what that can look like for different kinds of people. Maybe you're a total crypto diehard and you just want a little stability. Or maybe you're more of a conservative DeFi user who wants to lean more on real-world assets. You can just adjust the mix. The main point is that for the first time, you can build a genuinely diversified portfolio, and you can do it all while staying on chain with full control of your own keys. Okay, awesome. Your portfolio is now truly diversified. But how do you make sure you're getting the absolute best price when you trade between all these different assets? Well, that brings us to the second huge challenge that StonFi is taking on. The problem is called fragmented liquidity. Now, on any blockchain, and TON is no exception, the money to trade different tokens is spread out all over the place, across tons of different decentralized exchanges or DEXs. So what happens is, when you go to make a trade on just one DEX, you could be missing out on a way better price that's sitting in a pool somewhere else. It leads to bad rates, high slippage, and sometimes failed trades. It's a mess. The solution to this mess is Omniston. Just think of it like a flight aggregator, like a Skyscanner or Kayak, but for your tokens. Instead of you having to check every DEX, Omniston is the smart engine that scans all the different liquidity sources on TON, other DEXs, market makers, all of it. And it finds the single best, most efficient path for your swap. It basically brings all that scattered liquidity together for you. And here's how the magic happens behind the scenes. You just put in your swap request. Then Omniston instantly scans all the available liquidity, figures out the most efficient route, which might even involve splitting your trade into pieces, and then executes it. All that complex stuff happens in the background. For you, you just get the best possible rate every single time. And of course, we have to talk about security. StonFi uses a mechanism called escrow swaps, which makes every trade atomic. Now, what that means is the swap either completes perfectly, in full, or it doesn't happen at all and your funds are returned safely. There's no in-between state. Your assets are never left in some scary limbo, which is exactly the kind of peace of mind you need. So we have these 2 really powerful solutions, right? True diversification, thanks to X stocks, and way better prices thanks to Omniston. Let's look at how this all comes together and what it actually feels like for you, the user. I mean, it's just so simple. You want to swap some of your crypto for a token that tracks, say, Tesla stock? You go to the X stocks page. You pick the one you want, click to swap, enter the amount, connect your wallet, and confirm. Seriously, in just a few clicks, you've bridged these 2 financial worlds, all from your own on-chain portfolio. So this is really the whole package. You get full self-custody, your crypto and your X stocks are protected by your keys. There are no gatekeepers, which means no paperwork, no waiting for approvals. The markets are always on. Feel like trading a meme coin for an ETF at 3 a.m. on a Sunday? You can do that. It all happens in one smooth, on-chain experience. And of course, Omniston is always in the background, making sure you get the best price. It really feels like the original promise of DeFi finally delivered. But the vision here doesn't just stop with holding and swapping assets. StonFi is also building for the long term, thinking about community and an even more connected financial future. So let's check out their staking model. When you stake the STON token, you actually get two new different assets back. The first is an Arkstone. It's a non-transferable NFT that basically represents your voting power in the project's governance. In the DAO, it's your voice. The second thing you get is Gemstone, which is a regular token that you can trade. It's designed as a community reward. It's a really smart system to get long-term holders truly invested in the protocol's success. And the long-term vision gets even bigger. The same core technology that makes their swaps so secure and efficient on TON, they're working to expand it for trustless cross-chain swaps. And listen to this part. That means seamlessly swapping native tokens across different blockchains. Imagine swapping your native TON for native Tron tokens with no bridges, no wrapping. If you've ever dealt with the headache and risk of bridges, you know what an absolute game changer that would be. Which, it all leaves us with this one big final question. Is this where it's all heading? Is this the future of finance? A world where every asset you can imagine, from crypto-native tokens to real-world stocks, can all live together in a single wallet that you alone control. A wallet where you can trade 24/7 and always get the best price, all on-chain. It's an incredibly powerful idea. And what's wild is, it's being built right now.